I solve problems for a living. Yet, my wardrobe was an issue that I refused to solve for years. Hi, I'm Grace. Welcome to Grace Closet. I'm sewing 12 pieces in 6 months, and every one of them will be cut for my actual body, not the body the industry think I have. Today I'm telling you why I'm starting from zero and exactly how I chose those 12 pieces. I would love to wear beautiful structured pieces like with silk, with linen, you name it. Real construction, but here is the math. That kind of pieces cost a lot, And to make a pair of trousers fits me, on top of that, I will have to size up for my thigh to fit, and then taking in the waist on every single pair of trousers. Because my hips are a 42 and my waist is a 38. So that's a 4 centimeter gap that no industrial brand does. And for the top, I am boxing, I have a hiccup, so I will have to adjust the shoulders, adjust the bust also, and to redo the armholes. So at that point, I will be buying maybe a trouser or a top that will be, that will cost a lot of money. And I will have to pay some money also just to alter it to make it fit me. So I will be, paying luxury prices, and I don't have that luxury money. So I gave up and I bought what fits me without alteration, which means straight fabric and white trouser. This is basically the two things that fit my body without surgery. So, my mom called me Pepe Kelly. So look him up. This Congolese legend with white trousers, larger than what you can ever think of. And I take the comparison because I love white silhouettes and I will always will, But here is the thing. I think Pepe Kelly worried because he didn't have the choice, and for me, it might be the same thing. I wear white because it's the only thing that really fits me. So 12 pieces from now, I want to retire the nickname, not because I stopped wearing white trousers, I won't, but because I will have access to every other shape that will suit me. Thanks to this too. I trained as fashion designer years ago, and I have the tools, and yet I've been wearing the same wardrobe shape for years. Not because I love it, but because it was more convenient at the time, let's be honest, and because it was the only thing that I could find. But here's the truth that I had to face. My body changes, it always has. I've been thinner, I've been fuller, and I've been everything in between. And through all of it, I didn't have clothes that fit me. Nothing in the industry has really ever fit me. Not when I was thin, not now, not the version in between, because the problem was never my body. The problem was that the clothes were never built for any version of it. So I'm not sewing because I hate what I wear. I'm sewing because I want more choice with clothes that actually fits my body, every version of my body, not the body the South Child think I have. Been thick, been fine, still a 10, still here, that's all me. How do you build a wardrobe from scratch? Well, the easy way will be to build a generic minimalist capsule, but I don't want a uniform and I don't want to be generic. I want to feel like myself in what I wear, a wardrobe full of personality. So I gave myself 2 rules and 1 test. Rule 1, daily and occasion. You're not only going to work. You go out for dinner with friends, you go away on weekends, you go to wedding, including your own in my case. So a wardrobe that only covers works outfits will be quite sad, honestly. A lace dress, that's not that extravagant. It can be worn over a jean on a Tuesday or alone for an evening. Yeah, that's not extravagant. That's just versatile. And, it can be a foundation if you want to. So You want a wardrobe that covers every chapter of your life, not just a 9 to 5. One exception, okay, I won't disagree, sportswear. Not because it's not part of my life, it is, boxing classes, but sewing technical fabric requires a different machine. And to be honest, I don't have the space in my home. So sports stay in my existing wardrobe. Everything else, I'm rebuilding it. Rule 2, 12 pieces, not 30. But why 12? I work full time. I have a husband, I have a social life, I'm sewing between 2 engineering deadlines. Like, I can't sew day and night. And 12 pieces over 6 months, like, that's gonna fit my real calendar, like most people who sew. So I'd rather sew 12 pieces I'm proud of than 30 I have to compromise on. 2 rules. Now, how does a piece earn its place in my closet? Here are the tests. For foundation pieces like white shirt, trousers, jeans, a jacket, or maybe a trench, I'll need at least 5 combinations with the other outfit in my closet. 5 outfit minimum with the rest of the wardrobe. Work, dinner, weekend, evening, special occasion. If a foundation piece can do that, it doesn't get sewn. To the left, huh? Let's go. Statement pieces work differently. The lace dress, the leather bustier, a swimsuit, I don't know. But these don't need to be combined in 5 ways. They need to be worth wearing for the right moments. A piece that I will truly choose and not a piece I would settle for. We don't settle for anything in this life, baby. Life is too short. So, a foundation that doesn't combine slips in the wardrobe, a statement that isn't worth the moments, doesn't deserve 6 weeks of sewing either. 2 rule, 1 test. The mechanics are set, but I have 4 references. Each one solves a different question about what beautiful means to me. So let's start with the first one, Solange. For the creative, carefree spirit. The curated taste, the clean shapes, cool without trying too hard. She's the woman who tries things, who steps out of the box, who isn't afraid of a look that no one else will dare. But, and that's what makes her, she never overdoes it. There's always some restraint inside the boldness. When I look at her, I see what I want my pieces to carry. Confidence without effort. Personality without proving too much. Second, the 90s. For the silhouettes that are effortlessly chic, the beautiful simplicity of their lines. This is the era that figured it out that you don't need to do too much to look like everything. A bias cut sleeve, a blazer thrown over the shoulders, a turtleneck under tailoring, and you were good to go. The understanding that one perfect line is worth 10 complicated ones. Third, we have Tracee Ellis Ross for the bold play with volume, the colors, the way she makes fashion so much fun. She's 50 years old and she keeps daring. The bold print, the unexpected silhouette, the looks no one else her age will attempt trying. And that's work because she commits. There's such a cool vibe in our closets. Like every piece is chosen, but nothing is taken too seriously. When I look at her, I see what I want my color pieces and my volume pieces to look like and to carry. Bold joy without effort, personality, and at every age. Fourth, and the last one is Reformation, but, and this matters, only the sensual side. For the effortless sensuality, the cuts that are always modern, always interesting, the bias cut, the open back, the necklines that takes work to wear. Not the floral tea dresses, not the cotton party ones also. Give me sensuality, give me, badges, but the chic one. And honestly, that's the brand I will shop at if it was tailored to my size. That's why I'm sewing instead. Out of the 4 references, I want you to remember that I want sculpt without constraining, affirm without shouting, woman, not girl. Let's move to the 12 pieces. 1. Stretched white shirt. This is the piece that I never owned that really fit in me. Like, I always had a gap at the chest, but now it's over. 2. Straight leg jeans. There's a name no industrial cut clothes on my booty. 3. Colorless bladder. The piece that turned any outfit into a finished one. 4. The barrel print, finally cut for my hips. 5. The leather pants, signature look for all year round. 6. My sculptural pants, the shape that I always dreamed of and cut for my body. 7. The sleeveless balloon top, giving us drama in our wardrobe. 8. The leather bomber, the outwear that carries any outfit on its own. 9. The draped silk blouse. Trust me, it doesn't look like much at the moment, but it will be so great. 10. The bias cut dress with a cowl neckline. It will be gorgeous. I can't wait to see it. 11. The lace dress. Dress up for an evening or down on a Tuesday. This is such a versatile dress. And I'm leaving some room to decide on the last piece. I want it to be breathtaking. You would think that I would start with the climax, the bustier, or maybe the lace dress. Something with drama, but I'm not. I'm starting with foundation, the white shirts, because the white shirt is where the work shows or doesn't. Every fitting issue I have, bust, gap at the bust, shoulder, torso, the white shirt exposes them all in the simplest possible silhouette. So I would say that if the method works on a white shirt, it works. If it doesn't, back to the drawing board. So next week will be the white shirt. Oh, and one more thing. If I'm retiring with Pepe Kelly nickname, he deserves a proper shout out. So if you don't know him yet, start here. You're welcome. See you next week.